back to this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company TMB Show, presented by Starne's Barbershop, where we cover everything on the court with North Green basketball. As always, I'm joined here with boys head coach Sam Tarleton and ladies head coach James Buchanan. Fellas, it's been a bit cold lately. We haven't had any school. We've barely had any games. It's been a wild one here recently.
It's been crazy.
It has. I know we haven't had school in, how many days is it now?
We had school.
We had one day last week. It was a
Thursday. Yeah, 2 hour delay.
2 hour delay.
That's
Just
correct.
like today.
Mm-hmm.
2 hour delay is all we've had.
So in the last 6 days, how long have you been in school in total?
6 hours.
And then today you're going to go another 6 hours?
5 hours. 5 hours today. Something like that.
Wow.
That's for the normal teacher. Us coaches, we've been in here.
Non-stop?
We had to stop a little bit.
As much as we could.
Yeah, I think I got in a Wednesday and a Thursday practice. I got 2 days in last week. And that makes today, and I have chosen to go positive today. I choose to be positive. So we're still waiting. We might get word during this program, breaking news, on whether or not we're going to play Hancock. So they have to wait to get word back. You know, they're out of school again today. I think they're out of school tomorrow already. So they got hit, I believe, a little worse than we did. So we have to wait and see if they can come. And if they come, you know, we've not played since, it's almost been, 2 weeks since we played Sullivan East?
Two
Tuesdays ago.
13 days in total.
So there's going to be some rust. And if we can work that out in a non-conference game before we play a big Cloudland game on the road tomorrow, then I think that's how I'm going to look at it. Today is knock the rust off day. If we don't get to play today, hopefully we can plug them in later, and then we'll have a full day of preparation for Cloudland, where tomorrow we'd have to play them on. You know, we prepared for them before we played them the last time, then it got postponed. So I don't think there's a lot to do other than just remind our kids what we were going to do. But if we practice today, fine. If we play today, fine. I'm positive. It's going to be a good day.
It's going to be a good day either way.
Good day either way.
I guess I got to jump on that train. It sounded good to me.
I see you got the Red Bull back.
Back to Red Bulls.
It's been a while since we had a Red Bull on the program. I still need to try that
Red
V8.
Bull.
What is it again?
Oh, V8, blueberry pomegranate.
Blueberry
Fire.
pomegranate.
I'll bring you one next time. Remind me.
Got Dr. Enough, zero sugar.
Got 0 sugar. I got a little blend.
You like the herbals?
No.
I don't really like Dr. Nuff, to be honest. I've got to where they kind of grown on me a little bit, but I do not like the herbal either.
I used to hate
Never
on the
tried
herbal too, and
Never tried the red.
The red one.
you haven't tried
It's
it?
alright.
I used to hate on it a lot, and I tried it one time recently, and it tasted a little better than it did the first time.
When you drink the regular one so much, like I do, and you go in there to the gas station and they're right beside each other, I just never can pull the trigger on the red one. So that's a 0 sugar. We try to mix it up every once in a while. I still drink the regulars too. All right, so what do we have to talk about?
Well, we've only got one game, as you mentioned. The last time we
I
sat down
forgot.
in here was 13 days ago, whenever
Yeah.
you played Sullivan East up in the
Okay.
Dyer Dome. So
Okay.
that's the only game each of you have to talk about. Besides that,
I
we've been
forgot
out of
what
school.
Did we win?
You won, I believe.
I did.
53-50, was that the final?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay.
Is that right? We won by 3?
Yeah, because they were trying to get a shot, a 3 off, and then they
Where's
drove
it
in.
55-52? Yeah, it was a 3-point game.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
probably right. 53-50, 55.
3-point game either way, so we'll
Something
go
like
with
that.
it.
Well, you want me to talk about it?
Go for it.
Okay. If I can remember correctly, I should get my book out. Seems like we had fairly well-balanced scoring with our top 3. I think we had maybe 13, 14, 14 out of Ella, Haley, and Hannah. So,
Second period.
yeah, normally this would be second period. We still got a half hour before school starts. I just know we got in some bad foul trouble. I think we had a 16-point lead at the half. It was 30-14. Second half, we started turning the ball over, much like we did in the first quarter, but here was the difference. In the first quarter, they never turned any of those turnovers into points. You know how you got that stat, points off turnovers?
Yep.
They had forced a lot, but didn't score any because, our defense, I felt like in the half court was pretty good. So, anyway, we was able to kind of withstand that early storm. Well, we settled down. They got in some foul trouble, so they quit pressing. So the lead grew. Second half, they've got no choice but to press because we're up so much. And again, turnovers were our problem that night. And they kept creeping back. They cut it to 10. I think they had it to 10 by the end of the third quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, we got bit by the foul trouble bug ourselves. We actually ended up with 2 players fouling out. Heidi and Mercy both fouled out. So, we were just holding on at the end, trying to keep it in the road. And we were up 3, and they call a timeout with like 8 seconds left, something like that. It was short clock. There was enough clock to where, and this is where the great debate starts. Maybe Coach has a thought on this, but if you got fouls to give, it's obvious you're going to foul. Just try to get that clock down there as low as you can get it. But we had no fouls to give. But you got this, do you foul and put them on the line rather than risk them shooting a 3 to put it in overtime? And I think my philosophy on that, it all comes down to how much time's on the clock. And I think if you're above 6, if you're in the 6, 7, 8 neighborhood, if you foul them right then, if they make both, cut it to 1, then they foul you, and you're going down to shoot, you've put a lot of pressure on your shooter all of a sudden.
You also face the trouble of maybe an offensive rebound gets turned into a 3-point play there.
But see, they've got time. If you go down there and make 1 of 2 or 0 out of 2, they've got 5 seconds now to come down and beat you. And then you're kicking yourself for fouling. But I feel like if it gets down there, and 5 is the one where I don't know what to do. 5 seconds, that's tough. But when it gets down to 4 and below, it's my opinion that you foul. Because you look at it like this. There's like 4 things that have to go right for them. The first thing, they have to make the first one.
Yep. Then
they have to miss the second one on purpose. And it has to hit the rim. Then they have to get the offensive rebound. Then they have to hit a shot. So there's 4 things that have to go right. If you choose not to foul, there's only one thing that has to go right. They have to hit a 3. Let's do the math there. 4 versus 1. And I've seen some crazy 3s that have gone in. So that's my philosophy on it. But it got down there to where I didn't want to foul them. Because there was like 7 or 8 seconds. And, I'm over trying to tell the kids, how do you tell kids this? Now, if they get it down there to about 3 seconds, we're going to foul them. No, we coached that huddle. Just like, we're going to switch every screen, contest every 3. And then they had, and their philosophy, a lot of people will tell their kids, go score quick, and then we'll call a timeout or we'll foul. And they tried that. A girl went in there and they tried to score quick, and she missed the layup. So then, we got the rebound and was able to kind of race down the floor, and they couldn't catch us, so we held on and beat them. But, and we've worked hard on our press offense in the 2 practices that we've had since then. Actually, we played them on a Tuesday, so we were able to kind of practice last week. We got a Wednesday practice in, a Thursday in, then the Cloudland game got moved, and we got into a mess. So we've had about 4 practices since then, and that's been the focus really of all of them. So hopefully we'll get some things. We've changed some things. We've tweaked some. I don't know about changing. We've just corrected a few things, and I'm actually real curious to see how we do, if we can turn a weakness into a strength. But that's all I got.
You've not had a week like this in a long time. We didn't have a snow week last year, and I don't think we had really a lot of snow days 2 years ago.
This is the longest break that's ever happened since I think I've done this 7 years since I've been.
It was almost reminiscent of COVID, where you're just sitting around, you're like, what do we do now?
I remember there was one like this about 10 years ago when I was like a freshman or sophomore in high school. We had about a week or 6-7 days in a row.
I want to hear what Coach has to say about the whole foul, no foul, 3-point lead.
I think it comes down to what you practiced. I agree with your philosophy, and here's why I agree with that. Because it's happened to me. My first year coaching, we were lucky enough to make it to the state tournament. I think with 17 seconds to go, we're down 1 with the ball.
In the state?
In the state. Run a play. Andy Stevens hits a 3 to put us up. No, we're tied. Andy Stevens hits a 3 to put us up 3 with like 4 seconds to go. So we come over there, same situation, same huddle. I'll just be honest. I told him to foul.
I would have probably done the same.
Okay, here's the problem. You know how many times we practiced that the whole year?
None.
0. They throw it in, hit a guy on the run. I think we get nervous. We don't foul. He hits a shot 1 step inside half court and sends it to overtime. So I think that's something, if you're going to do it, you got to practice it.
Oh, yeah. How many times have you seen a kid, their coach says foul, or we're going to foul right here, and they don't know how to foul, so they just go up and bear hug somebody, and it's an intentional.
Here's the thing, that scares me more than anything, especially with like I don't think the refs have like a universal. I just don't think it's universal as far as some of them will call intentional, some of them will get the feel of the game and know what you're trying to do. Some of them don't, so you really don't know.
I'll tell you what
Especially
you
when
have
you're
to
in a
do.
state tournament like that, you don't know the officials.
Well,
so
I
you're
don't
afraid
think
of-
it matters here.
Yeah.
I've done this. I don't know if this is giving away
You tell them.
secrets. You tell the
Yeah.
referee.
Yeah.
So we're going to get this thing down under 4,
We're gonna foul.
and I've told my kids to foul. And if you tip them off, a lot of times those good ones, but still, there's some that get overwhelmed, just like a kid, just like a coach. Sometimes the officials get overwhelmed with what's going on. Best story I've got on that. We're at Unaka back in 2018. And,
I remember this.
we're down by 2, and we had a sideline out of bounds play, and there's like 1 second left. I mean, it was catch and shoot. So there's a referee that will remain nameless standing right in front of me, and I pointed out there. I said, I don't remember what number she wore now, but let's say 20. I told him, I said, my number 20 is about to get fouled. How do you know that?
Mhm.
We had a kid run off a screen, and she was supposed to set it, and I had told her, when you set this screen, if they even breathe on you, collapse like you've been shot. And we come off that screen, that girl hit her hard too. So there was no way of. So he blew the whistle, called a foul. So we only made 1 free throw. So we still lost, but we had a chance.
Mhm.
And I just remember looking down there at the other coach, looking down there at us, clapping.
He clapped at you.
Yeah.
You can knock them into a lot more than you think sometimes. But
One of those scenarios happened in a game of yours last year, I believe, the University High game here. There's an intentional foul called late.
yes, and there was an intentional foul called late in the University High game this year.
Okay, I wasn't here
Sam
for that
goes
one.
down and wraps the guy up going. I mean, they missed both of them, but still, I mean, it was. I think we were down 4 at the time, and I thought it.
You get into that mess too,
Yeah.
where sometimes a kid's maybe trying to protect a kid from falling,
Mhm.
but it looks like they bear hugged him, and somebody will come out with an intention.
Well,
and
and,
you're like,
and here's
"Come
another
on
thing,
now."
Coach. Like when you go.
oh, breaking news.
Okay.
Sorry for the interruption there. I got a phone call. Our game with Hancock County. Breaking news. Even though you won't see this until when?
Friday.
Friday.
But at that point,
At that point, it won't be breaking news. But Hancock is not coming today. Makeup date to be determined. So at least we now know what we're doing today.
and at least you know the schedule the rest of the
We
week.
know
for
the
sure.
schedule. Maybe, for sure.
Hopefully.
I don't know what we can do as far as Friday, Saturday, because I think we're open Friday and Saturday. We might be able to work Hancock in. Here's a neat little thing that maybe some people don't know. Cedarview. We got a great situation, great relationship with those folks. Cedarview Christian School. I love for our kids to be around their kids. I love to be around their coaching staff. Coach Strickland there for the boys, Coach Walker for the girls. There's great people. We've been playing them. I looked at it one day. It's like 15 years now. We've been playing them. And here's what we do. They come and play us a Hall of Champions game, which don't count against your schedule. Well, when we go play them at their place, we always play our younger kids, play it like it counts as a JV game for us, but they count it as a varsity game. They're not a TSSAA school. They always tell us that we bring a good crowd, that it's one of their better crowds. So hopefully it helps them. Like we need help paying bills here. We have gate money, we have concession money. Hopefully they get something out of that too. We always return the favor and go up there and play, but we always have a little bit of, if we ever have like a cancellation and we can't make it up, like this Hancock game, then we play Cedarview with our varsity, because all of a sudden you have a space that opened up, so you ain't played too many games.
Mm-hmm.
So we may be able to work something like that out. I mean, who knows, but we'll get all of it figured out. No Hancock today, practice today, Cloudland tomorrow, UH Thursday. As of now, that's all we got. And then there's this.
Pratt, come by the guidance office.
They need Aiden Pratt in the guidance office.
On that, we'll go ahead and cut the break, though. We've covered. Oh, you want to talk? You never talked about your Sullivan East Street Cat.
Yeah.
You want to touch on that?
Oh yeah. Another close game. I think we were in it for the most part. There was a big stretch. We got in foul trouble. That hadn't happened to us much this year. They have a big solid boy down there, Corbin Lasure.
Is that the one going to Colorado?
I seen the next day that he posted on his Twitter that he's a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Prime time.
Got an offer from Colorado, so may have been a reason we were having a hard time with him down there. But man, I think Lance had 2 or 3 in the first 2 quarters. I think we had 3 guys with 3 fouls in the first half. So we had to. Bennett was out. He was out on a field trip. So we had to go on down, and I think we were up 5 with about 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, and before we got to halftime, we were down 5. We got to do a better job of knowing your role when you get in there, and I got to do a better job about getting people, I guess, in the right spots. And we just had a 10-0 run really right there before half, and it hurt us because you get behind instead of playing from ahead, and I guess you lose a little confidence. I don't know. But we got down 10 or 15 there in the second half, and I thought we kept battling, cut it to, I think, 6 one time. I don't know. They're a good team, but
Had a chance to end it.
Yeah.
I think you had the ball down 3, and
yeah.
am I thinking of the right game?
No, I think the closest we got was 6
Okay.
because seems like we got to 6 and we're shooting technical free throws. We got to 8 and we're shooting technical.
I'm thinking of that Cherokee Road game where you had a shot down 3.
Yeah, I mean we've been out there all year with close, and hopefully the last month of the season when it matters that we stop getting close and break through. And I'm going to continue to say it. I think we're playing better. Jason had a big night. I think he had 43. Man, Lance, since Christmas, Lance has really picked it up on the offensive end. He's averaging double figures on the offensive end. We got to sure up a few things as far as defense and rebound, but we're getting more stuff from more people as far as scoring. Our scoring is fine. If we can just take off about 5 points a game defensively and figure out how to rebound, we're going to win some games down the stretch. Now, it's up to me to figure out how to do that.
I come through his practices all the time. They're doing rebounding drills all the time. Every day. Every day.
It's going to translate,
That's right.
hopefully. I hope. I think, too, just depth-wise, not having Ben, he's probably our second most physical player.
He's got a little size.
Yeah, I want to see that game in here at home. I think we can play with him. We played with him without him, but I think Ben's having a good as far as.
Plus, we got a couple of things going for us on that night.
Yeah.
It's senior night.
Senior night.
Awesome.
And then the magic of the den.
Yeah.
I've seen Sam work a few miracles in here.
Ben had a good 3-game stretch. He had
He
11
to
threes.
start the year.
The
2024, yeah.
He had 11 threes in 3 games,
Mm-hmm.
which is what I thought we was going to see the whole year, and I think he's kind of picking it up.
You need that come conference time now.
Yeah, Lawson's done a great job handling the ball. Tyler and Sam played big minutes for us, both made big shots. I thought Tyler did a good job stepping in for Ben. I mean, he's a kid you can trust. He knows your stuff. He's going to be the right place on defense, got a chance to make big shots. So, I really like that. He's one of those kids that when it hits him, when he gets it, it's his. We don't have too many of those. So, I don't know. like Coach, I'm choosing positivity. I think we've been through the ringer this year. I think it's going to turn out positive in the end. I really do.
The Jason Britton tracker, he's at, I think, 25.52 now. Is that what you have?
I thought it was 50. He had 43 plus 9, 52. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
He's got 25.52, so he needs 37 to tie and 38 to break the North Green career record held by Jennifer Williams.
Sounds like about one game, right? Two.
You got who next?
I don't know. If Cloudland's next.
I don't know.
Hey, listen,
Last time
they
we
did
went
something
over there,
crazy last year.
Oxen won.
No, I think I was a triangle and 2, but you.
They had 2 on it.
2, yeah.
And he'd stand at the half line.
Yeah.
We
He
went
stood
down there
next
and
to
played
you.
4 on 3.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? They'll have something crazy, I'm sure. But I don't know.
That was when, I don't know how many you had that night, but you ended up picking a win down there in Cloudland, didn't you, last year?
I don't know.
Coach just wins no matter where you go.
I think you did. I don't remember how many you had at that point.
Seems like we.
I think that was the first day you might have had the whole nasty 9 back.
Yeah, and then that didn't last long. No, Hannah wasn't there.
She not back yet?
Mm-mm.
Still the Elite 8.
Yeah.
Well, we got a break to cut into. We got to go ahead and cover those games against Cloudland and University High coming up. So we'll be right back after these messages in just a minute to preview those here on Grassroots Media.
Baileyton Drug Company services the surrounding communities of Baileyton with excellent patient care using a full-line pharmacy, over-the-counter selections, and a convenient drive-thru. When you visit us, you are treated as a neighbor, not a number. It's not just our slogan, but our culture. We're investing in our patients, local schools, and community. For over 5 years now, we have established ourselves as an independently family-run pharmacy that isn't driven by corporate goals. We are driven by what is best for your overall health and wellness. We're conveniently located so you don't have to make the drive. Prescription drugs are just the tip of the iceberg. We also offer natural remedies, essential oils, at-home medical needs such as walkers, rollators, bath accessories, as well as wound care products. And coming soon, basic urgent care services. What makes us better than other drugstores out there? When you frequent Baileyton Drug, you will receive professional, courteous, and friendly service that goes above and beyond any other pharmacy in the area. Remember, you're a neighbor, not a number.
Pizza, pancakes, or donuts, the Davy Crockett Travel Center in Baileyton has the cure for all your cravings. While you're there, shop our general store for souvenirs, gifts, and cellular accessories. In a hurry, grab a cold drink and a hot dog to go. Check us out on Facebook and come to Baileyton.
My name is Robert Starnes. I'm a lifelong resident of Northern Greene County, where I currently reside here with my wife and 3 children. I was in Barber in Greenville for the last 6 years, but I have recently changed locations to my new shop in Baileyton. It's at 285 Mortis Hollow Lane, Afton. I'm also a proud supporter of North Green Athletics. Come see me for all of your men and boys grooming needs. Go Huskies!
Grassroots Media, welcome back to this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company TMB show presented by Starne's Barbershop, where we cover everything on the hardwood with the North Green Huskies. As always, I'm here with boys head coach Sam Tarleton and ladies head coach
we got to talk about this.
James
Only
Buchanan.
one person got all 4 games right. I think.
Sam's it.
Yeah,
Well, they don't even know our predictions for the
that was right.
second round. We text each other.
We ain't been here in 13 days, so
And
we
I'm
missed a
terrible
week.
at this. I quit. I'm not predicting anything because I'm wrong all the time. I had the Texans beating the Ravens. That was a bad pick. At halftime, they were in it. 10-10. I thought, well, this is going good.
Had a chance to take the lead with a missed field goal, I think.
Yeah, so that was stupid. And then who else did I pick? Oh, I picked
There he is. Come
Hello,
on in,
Mr.
Coach. You got
Glover.
big news? You got big news, Coach?
Actually, kind of.
What we got? What we got?
It's QB, ain't it, today?
Oh, well, he's supposed to be.
Okay.
He's supposed to be. I'll come by later.
Okay. All right. Well, now I'm curious.
You're breaking on the
Mr.
show.
Glover's got good breaking news that they won't find out till Friday when you drop this episode. Who else did I pick? I picked the Dolphins. All these quarterbacks that talk about Jesus, I'm rolling with them. Here's the bad news. Tua gets beat. Then Stroud gets beat. All we got left is Purdy. So I've got the 49ers winning it. But and they did beat Green Bay barely.
So you can still win this.
I can still win it if the 49ers win the whole thing. But I had a miserable Pickett weekend.
They're probably the favorite, aren't they?
I think
say
Baltimore
Baltimore beat them, and
it depends
they've
on
not
when
struggled.
you say who's the favorite. If it was before the playoffs started,
Did that Debo Samuel go down?
Yeah.
Is he out for good?
I haven't heard for sure yet. He tried to come back into that game, but he ended up leaving again.
I'm
so
going to make this prediction.
if they don't have him,
If
gonna be
it's San
tough.
Francisco and Baltimore, I bet Vegas goes with Baltimore.
I bet they do too. I think you have to.
If it's Kansas City and San Francisco, I bet Vegas goes with Kansas City.
I don't think so, because I think they're down on Kansas
They looked
City.
pretty good last night.
They did look good
Offense.
last
They were
night.
like,
Well,
what was it? I know they're not favored against Baltimore, and I know they weren't favored against Buffalo. It was like 3.5, wasn't it?
2.5.
2.5.
Kickoff.
be a good story if the Lions go to the Super Bowl.
I'd love to see
It'd be a
that.
good story. So I mean, it's going to be good.
If Mahomes wins it with kind of this crew right here, is he getting up there in the
I think he's
Top five?
I think he is.
Top five, maybe. I
maybe.
thought you was going to start that GOAT stuff. I thought
Because
they all got a
he'd
long
have
ways
three-
to go
I
in
know,
there.
I know.
He'd have 3 rings at that point. That's tough to argue against.
I mean, he's gonna be top 5.
Hey, Tamo,
Hey, buddy.
what we got to do? A little
But what you
preview?
said last week, I think I agree. I think the Packers got their guy. That interception looked very reminiscent of Brett Favre. It looked just like
Trying to
him.
make a play.
Did you see
Running 2 feet out of bounds, throws it across the field right to a guy
Did you see that
on
throw?
first down with 50 seconds and 2 timeouts. That's Brett Favre right there.
When was that? Josh Allen was running like threw across his body. That guy in the corner of the end zone last night. Did you see
Hey,
that?
Yeah.
Frank, everybody
That's
got
good
its
throw.
office.
We better hurry because
I
we
think
got
he
to start
might. I
school
don't
here.
want to
in a
say
minute.
he outplayed Mahomes last night, but he did impress everybody. But you've had a lot of shifting around on your schedule.
Yeah.
I think everybody has.
Yeah.
I think everything's finally set this week.
Mm-hmm.
You got Cloudland on Tuesday, University High Thursday, and then the Cosby game has been scheduled for Monday.
Yeah.
So take us through that.
Watch this. 3 opponents in 30 seconds. You ready?
Go for it.
1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Cloudland's ranked number 3 in the state. They're undefeated on the season. They have a spectacular team. I feel like we can be competitive with them. It's always tough to play up there on the road. So what a challenge. I'm anxious to see where we're at. You know, they've put a number 7 ranking on us, so it ain't every day you get a top 10 battle in Class A in East Tennessee. Well, we get that tomorrow, so we're excited for that. It's always just really it's an honor to go play against such a great coach. He does a good job up there. Coach Birchfield does. University High, we're still kind of curious as to what they will be because I still know they've got kids working their way back that are getting healthy. We don't usually play well in that gym. It's a longer floor, different type environment as far as the backdrop behind the goals and all that. So we've struggled up there. So another big conference game, big week with 2 conference games. The Cosby game that we're making up down there next Monday, I think they've had some turnover in their roster. We've been studying a little bit on them on film, the new look Cosby. So hopefully we'll be very well prepared come next Monday, and we'll give it a roll. We got, what is it?
Not
Is it
quite
all?
a minute.
It's all single A for a while
yeah,
here.
it is
About
all single
that.
A. It's all within region too.
Yeah, so busy times, important times. So, you know, that's as long as we don't have to depend on coaching, we may be okay.
You want to do yours in under a minute or
I
try
can
to?
do it.
Go.
Cloudland, we already prepared for them last week. We'll get in here today and remind ourselves of what they do. Anytime you go on the road in the conference, you know it's going to be tough. Like Coach said, they're allowed to play like a triangle and 2 and guard
So they did
Jason
last
2.
year.
Yeah, so they'll try anything. If you want to win your league, we gotta win out. Okay, so we go to University High. We were close in a very good game with them last time. I think seen a couple things we can maybe adjust, try to get over the hump against them, and then going to Cosby's going to be very tough. I think that's a game where, I mean, you might have to. That might be a game where you play the regional semifinal at Cosby too. So I mean, that's an important game to show up there to show you can go up there and win. So we got a big 3-game stretch. I'm excited that it's against single A opponents. We've had a dang gauntlet, it seems like. So maybe we can see where we are as far as single A teams in the next 3 games. So I'm excited for it.
He did
You got
better
that.
than
You
I
got
did.
it.
He's 8 seconds better, something like that.
Anything else you fellas got to leave off?
I better go, I guess.
Yeah,
I
you
got
got school. You got work.
I got students waiting to learn. What can you learn in 25 minutes? in this abbreviated schedule we've got today.
Just gotta get reacclimated. It's a reacclimation.
Reacclimation day. Okay.
Can I get back in the swing of things?
Thanks, man.
Not as long
Hopefully
today.
next time we
Got
see
work
these
now.
people, we'll have a good report to give.
Hopefully we'll have a little bit more humor next week too.
Yeah.
More football talk.
You saying we're not funny?
We didn't get a lot of humor in today. It was very fast paced.
I thought it was funny.
Cramped.
Yeah, we were on a time restraint.
Let me tell a joke.
Go for it. We'll end it on a good joke.
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
I don't know. What do you call a deer with no eyes?
I have no idea.
It's pretty good. That's all we got for this week. Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company TMB Show presented by Starne's Barbershop. Look forward to seeing y'all next time here on Grassroots Media.
I've got a grief counselor, and he died. He was so good, I don't even care. Get it? How's that for humor? Look at him, he's red-faced. He loved it. Bye.
Bye.